You know, in education today, we're absolutely swimming in data. But the real challenge? Turning all that chaos into some real clarity. Today, we're going to dive into the tool designed to do just that, the Education Management Information System, or EMIS for short. So this question really gets to the core of the problem, doesn't it? So many schools are just drowning in information. You've got attendance records over here, gradebooks over there, financial spreadsheets somewhere else entirely. And without the right tools, it's not helpful. It just creates chaos. Trying to make big decisions feels like you're just guessing, a real shot in the dark. All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll really unpack this whole data problem schools are facing. Then, we'll introduce the EMIS as the solution. After that, we'll see how it makes school administration so much smarter and helps you track what really matters. And finally, we'll see how all that data gets transformed into decisive, confident action. Okay, let's kick things off with the big issue. This growing gap between how old school, traditional schools work, and how these data-driven or smart schools are really paving the way for the future of education. And wow, this slide really lays it all out, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got traditional schools kind of running on gut feelings and scattered spreadsheets, always reacting to problems after they've already happened. But then you have the smart schools. They're using one central hub for all their data to get crystal clear insights. This lets them get ahead of challenges and act proactively. I mean, it's the difference between navigating with a dusty old compass versus a super smart GPS. Okay, so we've got the problem. What about the solution? Well, this is where the Education Management Information System comes into the picture. And let me tell you, it is an absolute game changer, not just for administrators, but for teachers, parents, the whole community. So what in the world is an EMIS? Well, don't think of it as just some digital filing cabinet. No. It's more like an intelligent engine for your school. It's built to take all that messy, scattered info, student records, grades, finances, you name it, and actively turn it into clear, actionable insights that you can use to make smart decisions right now. And the benefits? Oh, they're huge, and you see them almost right away. By centralizing all of the data, you slash operational errors and just make everything run smoother. You get these powerful reporting tools for sharp performance monitoring and super tight financial management. And maybe the best part, it blows the doors open on communication, creating a way more transparent and connected school community. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. How does an EMIS actually change the day-to-day grind of running a school? Well, it's all about making the entire administration smarter, faster, and way more efficient. So instead of trying to juggle a million different spreadsheets and systems, everything, and I mean everything, is in one place. This means school leaders can finally stop guessing and start using precise, analytical reports to make their decisions. Communication channels open up, giving parents real-time updates, whether it's their child's latest test score or a sudden snow day announcement. And the finances? They become so much more accurate, cutting down on human error and giving you that professional oversight. You know, once a school has a system like this, everything changes. You can stop relying on these vague, fuzzy feelings about how things are going. Instead, you can start tracking the key performance indicators, the KPIs, that actually define success. And you can do it with incredible precision. And this is where it gets really powerful. Look at how concrete this makes success. You're no longer just guessing about academic health, you're actually tracking specific pass rates. You can see not just that there's an attendance problem, but that absenteeism spikes on Friday afternoons for 10th graders. Now that is a problem you can actually dig into and solve. It turns these vague worries into real solvable problems. And that leads us right into what is, honestly, the most exciting part of all this. It's not just about looking back at what happened, it's about using data to strategically plan and even predict the future. This whole journey from just having information to actually having insight, it's a total game changer. It all starts with collecting the data, of course. Then, the system's analytics start to uncover these hidden patterns you'd never see otherwise. This all comes to life in these cool visual dashboards, which helps leaders strategize. But here, step 5, this is where the magic really happens. Prediction. Imagine a principal getting an alert that math scores for a certain grade have dropped 15% over the past week. They can jump in and help right now, instead of finding out after a failed exam at the end of the semester. They can act before it becomes a crisis. So what's the bottom line here? It's all about strategic control. You've got dynamic dashboards giving you an instant big picture view, which lets you build these really robust long-term plans. And the result of all that? A much smarter, much more efficient way to use every single one of your resources, from your best teachers to your tightest budget dollars. This quote just nails it. The whole point of a modern EMIS isn't just to file things away neatly. It's to build a strategic partner, a system that actually thinks with you, helping turn today's data into tomorrow's success. And that kind of leaves us with one big question, right? How many more schools are going to choose to stop just reacting to the past and start actively shaping their future?